What's up guys, welcome back. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and had an awesome time with your friends and family. I do apologize if I'm sniffling and sound crazy because I've been sick for like 5 days and it's not going anywhere. It's super annoying. I definitely had a few obstacles filming this video between blowing my nose, having cough attacks. I'm just a hot mess express, so I apologize in advance. But today's video is very exciting. It's a collab with my good friend Ashley here on YouTube. She is amazing. She's so creative, comes out with the coolest makeup looks. They're so unique and colorful and dramatic and over the top, and just she puts out a lot of stuff that I've just never seen before, and I just love that. She inspires me so much, and she just comes up with the most creative twists on so many things. So go check her out and subscribe, and also wish her a happy birthday. This is a birthday collab because both of our birthdays are the day that you're watching this, December 26th. So we thought that this would be the perfect day to do a collab since we both share the same birthday. And yeah, I just thought it was super fun. We both came up with some dramatic party looks because why not? I of course did purple because if you guys know me, I love purple. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Ashley's channel and wish her a happy birthday. And if you want to see exactly how I got this one, then let's get started. So I really want to go with a dramatic cut crease with some glitter. So I already did my eyebrows. I primed my eyes. I used the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. This is my favorite eye primer. And then I just set it with a powder so that everything goes on really smooth. First, gonna go in with Petal Pusher. This is from Makeup Geek. It is a pinky purpley mauve shade. And it's a really great cool toned nude, but it has that pinkish undertone. I'm gonna use the 230 brush from Smith to put this into my crease. And if you haven't seen my other cut crease tutorial, I'll link it right up here. I go over so many tips and tricks on how to achieve a cut crease, like a super cut crease, especially if you have more hooded eyes. So in that video, I go over quite a few tips and tricks on how to make it look like your eyelid is much larger than it actually is. And you can do a cut crease if you have small eyelids. So I will be doing that same technique today, but I'm gonna skip out on all of the details because that video took forever because I was sharing so many tips and tricks. So with this Petal Pusher shade, I am doing a little bit at a time and really making sure that I'm buffing it out as I go, but it's slowly but surely mapping out the shape. The way I map it out is here I will do these little rocking motions where the curve is over here, and I like to bring it over in this area a little higher up over here because it makes my eyelid look bigger. And then once I get that curve, I like to almost go back and forth like this in a downward angle all the way over here. I want to give a big shout out to Atleeeey, Sinus and Cold. That shit is awesome. Not sponsored, I wish it was. Next I'm going to incorporate this shade. This is Rosewood from Morphe. It's almost like a cross between a pink and a purple. It is like an orchid shade, I feel. I'm gonna use that same Smith 230 brush, and I'm gonna put this in the crease, but keeping it a little bit more closer to the crease area rather than up too high. So we just wanna add this hint of color in there and bring a little bit more pink action into the look. And now I'm gonna go over that a little bit more with a touch of this shade. It is Carnival from Makeup Geek. This is a lavender purpley shade. It's really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a bigger, more diffused sort of brush. This is the 232 from Smith. And this will just go right above those just a little bit, just to help diffuse this edge a little bit more. That's why I went in with a bigger brush too, because it's gonna help this fade rather than be too precise. Now, I don't talk about this shade very much, but I use it quite often. I honestly cut it out of my videos a lot, and I don't know why, but this is kind of like a lifesaver eyeshadow for me. This is Vanilla Bean from Makeup Geek. It is very similar to my skin tone. So if you are darker than me in any way or have more yellow or, you know, what have you, this won't work for you. But this is basically like a fix my mistakes shade because it isn't completely matte, but it has a little bit of sheen, not a lot of shimmer, just has a sheen to it. And I like to use this on my brow bone just to kind of like fix this area up here. See how high this went up? I'm gonna put this as like my brow bone highlight and kind of drag it down. It just helps to clean it up a little bit, and then I'll still go in and like highlight with an actual brow bone highlight shade. But I don't know, you could honestly use like a face powder for this if you want, but this is my favorite shade to do this because it's also brightening, but it's close to my skin tone at the same time. So I do that and then go in with like a clean brush to help blend that out. And then I feel like it just kind of fixed that a little bit. I could bring it down a little bit more probably, but you know what I mean? Now that I've got that cleaned up, I'm gonna go in and actually highlight. I'm just grabbing Nylon from MAC. It's just a really shimmery vanilla shade. This is my favorite shadow of all time, and of course I had to include it on my birthday. This is M928 from Makeup Forever. It is the world's most beautiful shadow. Yes, it is. And I'm just using an angled brush to do this. You can use whatever brush you feel comfortable with, but I'm picking this up and I'm gonna map out the crease. Now, if you have hooded eyes like me, keep your eyes open when doing this. Honestly, you probably wanna do that anyways because you can see where you're doing it then, just for like cut creases and stuff. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open. I'm gonna look down into my mirror, and then I'm gonna start by mapping out this area here, drawing the line, and then this is where it needs to get higher, is right up in this area. And again, if you have a regular crease, like if you can see here, this is where my crease is at. You see where that wrinkle is on my eye? That's my crease. If I did that here, my eyelid would disappear. So, I mean, if you have beautiful, beautiful big eyes, like just do it regular in where the fold is of your eye. But some of us will lose our crease if we do it in our actual crease. So it looks really weird at first, but trust me, in the end it will look awesome sauce. One always ends up better than the other. That would be this eye. I'm gonna use this shade from Makeup Geek. It's called Razzle Berry. Now, don't be afraid of all this glitter. You're really not gonna see it, but this is a true red, like strawberry type of shade. I'm gonna use my E25 brush from MAC because honestly, E25 brushes don't even look like this. Mine it's just so worn. It's basically a pencil brush now because I've used this for like years, but I love it and I love how worn it is now. Approach this from the top. If I go like this in here, it's gonna blend all this downwards, and that's not what we want since we're doing this cut crease. And if that happens, it's fine, you can clean it up, but pretend that you're coming from the top and approaching this way. Pull back on your brush and then literally just scooch it right in that crease or crease area. It will help you tremendously, trust me. It's gonna almost help you blend it upwards without having to blend it upwards. So I'm just going right over that line and it's already helping it blend out. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. That sounds so weird. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It doesn't have to be this concealer, it can be whatever you want. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. Now this is my favorite brush for this. This is the MAC 242 brush. Now with this, you wanna keep your eye open. If you blink, keep looking down, because if you blink and then you open your eye, it's gonna transfer up into your crease. So I'm gonna keep looking down and cut this out. I try to start here, right in the inner corner, because it seems to be the easiest that way for me. And then I just press and pull down, just to help map out where I want this to be. I'm gonna go in with a light shadow. You can use a powder or anything. I'm just taking this Tempera shade from the Modern Renaissance palette. You can use a powder if you want, it doesn't matter. But any kind of matte shade, or you can do shimmer if you want, but I like the look of a matte one. And just set this before it goes all over the place. I'm gonna try something different today. I've never done this before, so let's do this. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the color Junk Show. I still have it in the box here because I picked it up. I actually bought this like a month ago and I haven't played with it yet. It's got purple flecks in it, but it's mainly like a rose gold pinky glitter. Look how pretty. So I want to line this with this. I might also line my liner with it. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna start here because again, it's easiest for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and line my eyeballs. I'm using the Inglot gel liner. This is my favorite gel liner ever because it dries super matte, doesn't go anywhere throughout the day. I'm gonna go in and wing out my eyeliner. So I went ahead and applied a little bit of mascara and then applied these lashes from Velour Lashes. This style is called See-Through and they're very full and fluffy. Now I'm gonna move on to foundation. I'm quickly just gonna put in a cough drop because I don't wanna be coughing and then blow my nose and then it's gonna ruin all the foundation that I put on, so my apologies. So this isn't a makeup product, it is a skincare product. This is the Rodan & Fields Sensitive Skin Treatment from their Soothe line. My boyfriend's mom actually sells Rodan & Fields and the Soothe line is amazing, but I'm gonna apply a little bit of this right around my nose area because it's very crusty and like raw. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Hydrating Primer. I'm gonna apply this all over the face, obviously to hydrate and prime the face because that's what it's for. And then for my foundation, I'm gonna use Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Nude. I haven't used this in months. And then I'm just going to blend this in with the Beauty Blender, just doing these pouncing sort of motions. This is my favorite foundation, but for months I've been using the Hourglass Stick Foundation, and I just wanted to try the Born This Way again because I've really been loving the Hourglass one, but you know, it's fun to switch it up. I'm gonna conceal with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm in the shade Light. This stuff, oh my gosh, a little goes a very long way. I just put a little bit like here, feels like a little check mark, and then a little over here, and that's it. I've seen some people really cover this entire area with the concealer, and I'm like, holy shit. This stuff is full coverage. Watch, when I blend this out, it's gonna go whoosh. Like this is even a little much, so. I mean, look at that already. It's like, yeah. So you really do not need much of this concealer. It really is awesome. It took me forever to get this concealer because it was sold out everywhere. And I had to order it on Ulta.com. But it's the cat's pajamas. It really is nice. I'm gonna go in with the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Almond. I just love the effect it gives my face when I do a cream contour and then I set it with a powder. It just like looks more natural. I love this brush from It Cosmetics. It's the number 7 brush. This is amazing for frickin' everything, but especially cream contour. I use the big side and I'll put the edge of the brush right where that contour line is, and then it's going to automatically fade that contour upwards, so it almost is like a contour bronzing all in one. And I'm just gonna flip this over to this side and blend out this nose contour. Now I really want to be extra contoured. I know I went in with the Bobbi Brown foundation stick, but I like setting it because it makes it even more apparent. These two contour powders together, they're from Make a Peak. This one is Bad Habit. This one is Infidelity. Why? So I'm just gonna go in with Infidelity since the Bad Habit one just broke all over the place. I always drop my stuff. It's ridiculous. You want to make sure you blend it out because this is a cooler, more ashier toned contour powder, and if you don't, it can tend to look like a bruise. So you just want to make sure you really blend that out so it doesn't look like you've got like a line, because it can look very bruisey if you don't blend it out. I'm gonna highlight. I'm using the Film Star Bronze palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I really love this highlighter. It is so gorgeous. So I'm gonna use my Real Technique setting brush to do this. And I like to do this before blush sometimes because I just feel like the highlight ends up peeking out behind the blush and it ends up looking a little bit more natural-ish, you know, because this is the most natural look in the world. And then I use my ring finger. You can use whatever finger you want. Do the Cupid's bow area. Get that real good. And then I do the nose. So I do the bridge up here, and then I do the tip. For blush, I'm gonna use the Becca blush palette, and I'm gonna take this shade here. It's called Snapdragon, just a little bit because they are really pigmented. You don't wanna go too overboard. And I'm gonna pop it on my cheeks. Yeah, I feel like that just tied everything together so nicely. Moving back to the under eye area, I'm gonna take that M928 shadow from Makeup Forever. Beautiful purple shadow here. And I'm gonna use this brush right here. It's the E15 from Sigma. I look up into my mirror to access the lower lash line. Just get it right there at the lashes. To buff this out, I'm gonna take Carnival. And then I know I'm eventually going to go into Rosewood just because I know myself and I'm probably gonna do that. So I'm gonna take the Carnival first on the tip of that brush, come from right underneath it and go right at the lashes. I'm actually touching the lashes, going right at the lash line, almost like over top of the first shade. Now, yep, going in with that Rosewood shade. I'm gonna go right in there, add some of this orchidy type hue. I want to brighten up and highlight this inner corner. So I'm taking any kind of highlighty shade, and you can even just use the highlighter that you used on your face. I'm gonna pop that in here and brighten that whole area up. And now in my waterline, I'm taking my favorite nude eyeliner. This is from the drugstore. It's a Rimmel nude liner. I honestly need to pick up more colors in this because this is bomb. I love this. So this is gonna brighten it up. For me, especially since I'm sick right now, that area is probably more pink than usual, so this is gonna make it more nude. And it also just like makes it super opaque. So even if it is the same color as your skin tone, it is just going to make it super opaque and super obvious, and then it's also gonna open up the eyes. I'm gonna add a little bit of that Junk Show Liquid Sparkle Liner, and I'm gonna put it right here. Just gonna balance out the bottom lashes with the top by applying mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. For my lips, I wanted to go in with sort of like a pinky nude because I really want the eyes to be the focus, which is not gonna be hard even if I did a bold lip. But this one is a really great pinky nude color. This is the Aqua Lip from Makeup Forever, and it's in the shade 22C. It's really, really pretty. So I'm going to fill in my entire lip with this lip liner. And I did overline quite a bit because I want to. And now I want to go in with this nude shade. This is Pure Hollywood liquid lipstick from Anastasia. This is one of my favorite nude lipstick shades. Oh my gosh, it matches my nails like almost perfectly. How funny. Now once that dries, I'm going to take the lip liner again and kind of go over the edges just to reinforce some of the pink. Forgot how nude this liquid lipstick is. So I'm just going to take this and kind of just go over it. So this is the completed look. I'm going to go ahead and fix my hair, and then we can conclude this video. Alright, I just went ahead and did my hair, and now I am complete. I hope you guys liked this look. I am so happy with how it turned out. I just feel like it is just perfect for my birthday party because it just is purpley and sparkly and just party-y, I don't know. So don't forget to go and wish Ashley a happy birthday and show the love by subscribing to her channel, because I can tell you right now that you guys will love her because she's amazing. She's also on Instagram. I'll link all of her stuff down below so you can check her out. Thank you so much for watching our videos. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of 2016, and I'll see you later. Bye.